Good morning children. Children, in this class I am going to introduce the new lesson called Each Drop. So this is the new lesson. In this lesson we are going to know about the water. So children, our earth, it covers about 3 parts of the earth. It is full of water. That means, so only 1 part it has a land. The remaining 3 parts it is covered by the water. Okay, the water, that is 3 parts of the earth. Okay, the 3 parts of the earth, it is full of water, isn't it? The water, it gets evaporated, is it? It gets evaporated due to the heat of the sun, is it? And then that water, that evaporated water, so it travels along the sky. It travels towards the sky. That means the water vapor, it travels towards the sky. Is it? So then this water is cooled off. This water vapor, it is cooled and changes into drops of water. Each water drops, they come together, they join together, then it forms clouds. Is it? So then that clouds float in the sky. So cold wind that surrounds the cloud. Okay. Then that cloud, it floats on the sky, it floats in the sky and then it becomes heavier. Okay, cold wind, it surrounds the cloud. The droplets of water then the cloud, it becomes heavier. It becomes heavy. Then it falls on the earth in the form of rain. Then this rain water joins streams and then ponds. Is it children? Again the water in the ponds and streams, they get evaporated. So this one we call as the water cycle. So okay children, so this is the summary of this song, so that have told. So have told what is the meaning found in that song. So you can see in your textbook, that is page number 14. So in the front page you can read it. So then only you can understand children. So what happens? So our earth, the 3 parts of the earth, it is covered by the water. The remaining part is land, isn't it? Then the water gets evaporated due to the heat of the sun. That water vapor, it travels in the sky, is it? It moves towards the sky and then that water cooled and changes into drops of water. These drops of water, they join together. Is it? The drops of water, they join together, then it forms clouds. Then these clouds, they float so high in the sky. Cold wind surrounds the cloud. Cold wind, it surrounds the cloud. Then this cloud, it becomes heavy and then it falls in the form of rain on the earth. Then the ponds, this rainwater reaches the streams and then ponds. So again the water in the streams and then ponds, they get evaporated. So this is called water cycle. Okay children, in your textbook take out the page number 41. See this. So what is this children? So this is the picture of the water cycle. What is this picture shows? Then what is this picture you are looking at? So this is the picture of the water cycle, isn't it? Water cycle. Okay. Then what is it children? What is the water cycle? You know, already I have explained about this. So then this is the picture of what? Water cycle. So where do you see the boiling of water? In your home. So where do you see the water being evaporated? in your house? So first children, where you are seeing or where do you see the water? It is being evaporated in your home. Evaporated means it gets vaporized, it changes its state. So this can be seen in your home when we keep the water on the stove. Then after a few minutes it gets evaporated, isn't it? So when the water boils, it evaporates. Is it? When the water, if I take a vessel, keep it on the stove, okay? So the water in the container, it gets what happens? It is evaporated, is it? It changes into vapor. That's it. So when the water boils in the container or in the vessel, it gets evaporated. In the same way, the water in the ponds, streams, lakes, and then oceans, seas. So the water in these sources of water, they get evaporated due to the heat of the sun. So, think children, it is a source of water, pond. Okay, this is what? Pond. So, due to the heat of the sun, so then what happens? This water is evaporated. Is it? So, we are giving the heat. Is it here from the stove? So then the water in this container, it gets evaporated. So like this, or in the same way, the water in the sources, they get evaporated due to the heat of the sun. Okay, then observe the vessel on the children. Observe the vessel that is kept on the stove in your home or while cooking. You can observe the vessel that is kept on the stove. So due to the heat, the water gets evaporated. Water gets evaporated and then it rises up. This water is, what happens? It rises up and then the amount of water in the container decreases or reduces. When we boil this water in the container, the water gets evaporated due to the heat and the amount of water in this container, it is reduced or decreases. Is it? So then what happens to the water that has evaporated? You know that water gets evaporated. What happens to this water? It gets mixed with the air. Is it? The evaporated water, it gets mixed in the air. So evaporated water it is mixed with the air. Is it? So children, tell me, what is the state of water? Water is a liquid in state. Is it? Water it is a liquid. When it is boiled, it becomes vapor. When the water is boiled, it changes into vapor, water vapor. So water in the container, it is in the, here also you can see, it is a liquid form. It is in the liquid form. When it is changes into, when it is evaporated, it is in the gaseous form. Is it? So this process of changing the water from the liquid state to gaseous state or in the form of liquid to gaseous form, this is called as evaporation. Okay, so this is the gaseous state. Which one? Vapor state. Isn't it? The process of changing water from the liquid state to gaseous state, it is called as the evaporation. The process of changing the water from liquid state, to gaseous state. So this process is called as evaporation. condensation. Okay. This is called evaporation. Isn't it, children? What happened to the water in the, so if you take water in the bag, so there is one experiment. So I want to explain about that. Yes, some experiment that is related to the evaporation, and then another process called condensation. So children, take a small bag, plastic bag. It is a plastic bag. So take water or fill this plastic bag with the water. Take a small plastic bag and pour some water into that bag. So tie the open end of the bag with the thread and place this plastic bag in the sunlight. Observe the bag after 1 or 2 days. Okay. So children, see here. Take some plastic bag, pour some water. You need to take water in this plastic bag. So this is the open end of the bag, is it? So this is tied. We need to tie this open end of the bag with using thread. Okay. Then keep this bag in the sunlight. Then observe what happens to the bag after 1 or 3 hours. Okay, 1 or 2 hours. So keep this bag in the sunlight. After the absorb the water or observe what happens to the water inside the bag. So tell me, children, what happens? So what do you see on the upper side or upper part of the bag, or what happened to the water in the bag? So what happened to the water in the bag, or what do you see on the upper side of the bag? What do you see on the upper part of the bag? So children, the water in this bag, it gets evaporated. The evaporated water, it is get collected on the upper side, upper part of the bag. Okay, the vapor or vapor state of the water or gaseous form of water, it is collected in the upper part of the bag. Okay, then why this happens? Due to the heat of the sun. Due to the heat of the sun, the water vapor, the water in this bag, it changes into water vapor. Okay, so let us go to the another concept, that is condensation. Due to the heat of the sun, water gets evaporated. You already know that, and that water rises up. Due to the heat of the sun, the water gets evaporated, and that vapor, it is rises up in the air. Then due to the cool air, the water vapor, they turns into drops of water. So this process of changing vapor state of water into the liquid state of the water, it is called as condensation. Here also we can see condensation. So first we should know about what is condensation. See here, children, the water that gets evaporated due to the heat of the sun, again that water vapor rises up, and then that water vapor, it is surrounded by the cool air. Okay, so due to the cool air, the water vapor, it rises up, then cool, it is the water vapor. Okay, then cool air surrounds the water vapor. This one is changes into water drops. Okay, so this process we call as condensation. So what is the meaning of condensation? The process of changing of water from vapor state to or from gaseous state to which state? Liquid state. It is called as condensation. The process of changing water vapor into gaseous state, it is called as condensation. See here, children. Here also we can see condensation. Already I told the water gets evaporated. that water is condensed. That means that water is cooled and changes into water drops. Is it? So, what is the meaning of condensation? The process of changing the water vapor into liquid form is called condensation. When this vaporized water that is seen in the plastic bag, if we cool this, what happens? Again this vapor is turned into water drops and then it is collected here. Okay, so see here children about the water cycle. So here we can evaporation, then condensation. So evaporation here, what liquid? Water, it is in the liquid form. It is changes, this one is changes into condensation, isn't it? So this water is evaporated. So water that is in liquid form, it is, what happens? It is condensed. Isn't it? See here, not like this, see here. Then water vapor. This water, it is water, it is in liquid form. It is evaporation. It is evaporated. Then it is changes into, after evaporation, that water is changes into water vapor. When it is cooled, when this water vapor is cooled, it changes into liquid due to the process called condensation. Water vapor, water, this is the liquid form, it changes into gaseous form due to the process called evaporation. Again this gaseous state or vapor state of the water changes into liquid form due to the process called condensation. It is in the cyclic form. Okay children, I hope you are all understood about this lesson, that is about the water. We will continue in the next class. Thank you.